It's not complicated. It's as simple as 2 words. All right, here we go. I got 2 words for you today. 2 words, here they are. Fail better. Fail better. Friends, I want to talk today about failure. I want to talk about getting it wrong, about what you do, how you respond, and ultimately how we move forward when we get things wrong. Because friends, if I can tell you anything that is true, I can tell you this. It's that you will fail. You will fail in sports. You will fail in school. You'll fail in life. You will get things wrong. You will lose. Things won't go the way you thought they would. Plan A, plan B, plan C, and you'll end up on plan Z. This is just a part of the human experience. Getting things wrong is a part of the process in learning how to get things right. And yet, many of you don't want to hear that. You wear yourselves out trying to control every single detail of your lives so that you never fall short. And while it's admirable, friends, let me be honest with you, it's not very useful. You see, when we learn the most important lesson sports has to teach us, how to fail better, the impact of the loss, of the getting it wrong, of the failure, is that it improves our situation rather than holding us back. And this can be true. It can be a secret weapon if you learn to fail better. So we're going to talk about today 3 ways that you can fail better by learning to fail once, to fail willingly, and to fail forward. Let's talk about it. To fail once. Hear this from James Clear. To follow up an error with a foolish reaction is to lose twice. How many times have we been on the diamond, on the course, and we have one bad swing, one bad play that turns into 10 because we did not respond well. We responded foolishly. We let our emotions, our anger, our ego, our pride take over our body and move us into failing twice, 3 times, a 4th, or a 5th. When we learn to fail better, we fail once. I made the mistake. I had the bad shot. Pause. Time out. My emotions aren't allowed to determine my actions. Instead, I'm going to let my process determine the actions. I'm going to let the people around me coach me up. I'm going to let my perspective move me forward in this to go, how do I respond better to this bad shot? I can step back and breathe, check into my body, breathe and reset, hit the reset button. I can circle back and I can look my coach in the eye and let my coach's confidence in me move me forward with confidence instead of me moving forward in doubt, wondering, am I about to get pulled out of the game because of that one bad inning? When we learn to fail better by learning to fail once, we let our mistakes become a signal that the next choice matters. I need to respond well. That way our mistakes don't multiply. We want to fail better, we fail once. We want to fail better, we fail willingly. Listen to this from Coach John Wooden. He says, mistakes come from doing, but so does success. Friends, so many of you do not push yourselves because you're afraid to fall short. You stay cruise 10-2, sitting at 65 on cruise control. You know, hey, I may not be as good as I could be, but at least I'm not making mistakes. And you limit yourself, and you limit your potential, and you limit the impact you can make on your team because you're unwilling to do. Fear of making mistakes. And yet, friends, what happens when with confidence, when with a sense of I let go of the outcome, I try something new? so often what we discover is that I can do more than I thought I could. Wait a minute, that wasn't as hard as I thought. That wasn't as scary as I thought. Wait a minute, I'm a little bit stronger than I thought. Hey, I can do more than I thought I could do. Yes, you will hit limits by doing. Yes, you will make mistakes by doing. But it's by the doing that you also learn what you can do. It's by the doing that you also grow. It's by the doing that you reach potential. You see, we can't give the extra 10% of a great work ethic until we've learned what our 100% is. We can't push ourselves to the very brink until we learn what the brink is. And friends, let me just tell you, whatever you've given up to this point, you can give more. You have not reached your limits yet, but you won't find your limits until you get out and do and fail willingly. It's a part of the process of learning how to fail better. So we fail once, we fail willingly, and we fail forward. Listen to this from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Some of you young bucks don't know who Arnold is. The greatest bodybuilder of all time, the greatest action hero, movie star of all time, a governor, a goat of a human being. My man's got a pet donkey and a pet mini horse in his mansion. Listen to what Arnold says. The most successful people in the world can tell you they also had a tremendous amount of failures, and that they learned from the failures more than from their successes. The biggest lie some of you believe is that success is the opposite of failure. When the reality, friends, is that success is the outcome of learning from your failures. You will fail and make mistakes and fall short. It's a part of life. It is not optional. But what is optional is whether or not you learn from it. And what the best of the best have figured out is not that they can't make mistakes, it's that they have to learn from them. Friends, I tell you again and again, when you make a mistake, learn the lesson and forget the loss, then move on. But so many of you don't listen. And instead, you forget the lesson, you remember the loss, and you stay stuck in it. And you wonder why you're not reaching your goals, why you're not growing. Because you're not doing what the best do. You're not failing once. You're failing again and again and again. You're not failing willingly. You're running from failure, afraid of it. You're not failing forward. You're failing and staying stuck. And if you want to reach your goals, you've got to learn to fail better, to fail once, willingly, and forward. And when you get this, friends, I'm telling you, it's the most important lesson you can learn in sports because it's the secret weapon that you can learn this and then become unstoppable in school, in relationships, in life, because failure is a part of all of those things. And when you learn to fail better, you will learn to win more. Listen to me, friends, I don't know your goals or dreams, big or small, short-term or long, but I do know this, that if you want to find success in the game of sports, in the game of life, it's not complicated. It's as simple as 2 words. You've got to fail better. Let's have a good one today.